Hello my beautiful hammerhead and welcome back to another video. This time I'm gonna tell you something about Genefather by Guy Haley. Holy crap! This is the second entry in the Belisarius Cawl series. Is it a series? Probably, maybe. I don't care. I want more of it. So, oh my god, I just finished it and Okay. Of course, I have to go into spoilers here. So I do recommend read it for yourself. I'm not going to spoil everything, of course. I'm just gonna talk a little bit of the most intriguing things for the future. And yeah, let's begin. Archmagos Dominus Belisarius Cawl, prime conduit of narcissism. Oh, he's such a great character. Mr. Haley is a small divinity in itself in the pantheon of Black Library authors for 40k. Oh, I love this. Every character here is so well written. Again, this is not up for discussion. This is totally out of context for everything. If you don't like characters, that's fine. That is by design. And yeah, so the thing here in the story is there isn't much happening, by the way. It's really not. There are many things set up. You don't need the first book, the great work, for it to understand, because the happenings there are explained in this book. Do I recommend reading it first? Yes, because there is so much that ties, of course, into this. You get to know the characters a little bit more, so I don't only mean Belisarius Cawl, I also mean Alpha Primus, I mean Quo 87 back then, and yeah, well, he gets the mission. Okay, here is Guilliman doing his things, is saying, I'm on my way to Imperium Nihilus. You have to do your thing. But you only have 1 year to do it. This is your task. But if you can't do it in that time frame, tell me. I will adjust my plans. Holy crap! I mean, it's a Primarch. It's the Primarch. You know me. Guilliman is my favorite Primarch of the Loyalist side. And, oh no, not only Loyalist side. He's my favorite Primarch. Period. But when he tells you that he will adjust his plans according to your achievements, that means a lot. I mean, Belisarius has a reason that he is so theatrical, that he is so full of himself. And I love this so much because he knows that he can do this. He knows that he has achieved so many things. And now he's here with, I don't know if I can do this in 1 year. What am I gonna do? And there is a lot of things here again from Dawn of Fire, from the first book of Belisarius Cawl, and somewhere else probably is also something which I already forgot. But we know that Guilliman has the Cawl Inferior with him. This is the communications device which both of them have, because it's more reliable than astropaths. There is no jambling of warp trickery or anything like that. It is the message in itself. But we learn a little bit about it. One of the things is that Guilliman's Cawl Inferior is always asking him, hey, can't you make Belisarius the Forge Master? He's a good guy, believe me. He should be Fabricator General. Trust me, bro. And Guilliman is always like, oh, stop asking me. Why are you asking me this every time? I can't do this, and you know what this would entail. Stop it. Please, stop it. And Belisarius is always like, I don't want that. What are you doing? And yeah, well, there is a lot of shenanigans here. What we get then is that he has a Guilliman inferior. It is an AI. And we know that AI in the 40k universe is not artificial intelligence, it's abominable intelligence. Because there are reasons for it that AI is forbidden. But yeah, this is also not only heresy, but so wrong on so many levels. But this is why I love Belisarius as a narcissist, because rules don't apply to him. And yeah, then we get so many things. His task is the Necron pylon system. And so to push back the Cicatrix Maledictum and so on, because on Cadia, Trazyn the Infinite, and not only on Cadia, but he talked a little bit with Trazyn about the pylons and so on, and what they did, how the Necrons pushed back the warp, and so on. And he wants to recreate it, because the Necrons are doing their thing, which is basically the Pariah Nexus, but that is lethal to everybody, except the Necrons. And so Cawl's task is to do the same, but not lethal to humans. So that the, well, Imperium of Man can still do their thing and be the whole glorious victorious faction in the universe. And so he invites a couple of Forge Worlds, their representatives. They talk a little bit about it and says, aha, here on this planet I found the thingy to control everything. I need your help. I can't do this alone. He admits it, basically. And at this point there is one of the AdMech Magos, was he a Magos? I forgot. But he's a representative of the Inquisition as well. And no one takes him seriously. And I love this so much. He comes in with the badge of honor. Hey, I'm from the Inquisition. And everyone is like, dude, can you even binary with us? Can you even talk your native language with us? Oh, this is so beautiful. And so they have a little trial with Cawl, which is amazing. It is exceptionally well written. I enjoyed every moment of this, as Cawl defends his standpoint to everyone, and also explains how he does his research, that he is a scientist, he is an experimentalist, and so on. And so many good things. I don't want to spoil you with this. It is, as I've said, exceptionally well written. I don't have the words for it. I'm not eloquent enough. And yeah, there are other parts in the book where the AdMechs are communicating in between each other in binary. And one chapter is a whole discussion, and at the end is just like, this whole conversation took 12.1 seconds. Oh, this is so good. And yeah, then we have the other side, Fabius Bile, because we know that he's in there. He's on the cover. And the Dark Mirror of Cawl. And also Cawl is the Dark Mirror of Fabius Bile, which is beautiful. It is so good. I haven't read the Fabius Bile novel, so I don't know his really deep thoughts. I just know a little bit, which I've read here and there about him. But I liked him in the stories that I've read, not the books, as I've said. We get a little bit of his background as well. as he was trained to become an apothecary, and how he did all the things, how he survived the millennia, and his connection to Cawl, basically, and how he did everything around him. This is so good. I mean, those two could be the same person. And at one point they have a discussion, which also is beautiful, because they each throw each other their accusations on that they are not the same, but they are the same, that they are just on a divergent path. And one of the best things here is Fabius Bile telling him, hey, what do you think would have happened to me? I'm not a Chaos follower here. After Fulgrim fell to Chaos, and I would have gone back to the Imperium, what do you think would they have done to me? They would have shot me. And after the Siege of Terra, they would have burned me. I had limited options here. I just want to do the same thing as you. I want to save humanity. His way of saving humanity is questionable. I mean, Cawl himself also says it. He wears people as a cloak. That is really, really questionable. But I don't know. There is so much in here. Also, Alpha Primus's background, a little bit. There is so many teasing here from Fabius Bile in the direction of Cawl. There is also, oh yeah, I forgot, sorry. I'm still enthralled in this book. There isn't much fighting in here, which I love, because the majority of things is really in discussion. And the little bit of fighting that is in here is also good. It's so good. It's fast. It's punchy again, which I do love. Things are happening. There is a household of, Imperial Knights that are fighting against. By the way, there are Defilers here. A lot discordant with Forge Fiends and Defilers. We haven't seen Defilers in 15 years. I mean, the model is 22 years old now, and it's ugly. We need a new one, Games Workshop, by the way. But yeah, that really took me out for a while, and I was like, wait, Defilers are still a thing? I forgot that those exist. But yeah, really great stuff here. Also, again, how the pilot is in a symbiotic relationship with his war machine. And there are so many comedic scenes. This is, by the way, a comedy book with very serious tones. It might not be for you, but I really, really do recommend to read it, because this is a little bit spoilery. So I'm gonna say this for the end. It's about Alpha Primus and a little bit of Fabius Bile and Cawl. And Cawl, by the way, oh my god, I say it hasn't happened much in this book, but now that I think about it, it's so much. And yes, I'm going unscripted into this. Quo 87 was killed in the last book. That's not a secret. We have Quo 88 at the end. Now we have Quo 89. And we get to see the resurrection of Quo from his side, which is horrifying. He gets to see himself being shot by a bolt gun. He gets to see himself rescued in a pickle jar, basically, and he gets to see himself inserted into these mechanical bodies. That was grim. And that's every time, and he remembers every single time of it. So, yeah. And I don't know, I could talk a lot about this. I really do mean that. There is, as I've said, story-wise, there isn't much happening. They don't even fulfill their task. This is a thing I can spoiler you, because it's not really that big of a spoiler. It's just the wolf time conundrum. Let me say it like this. Because we went into Dawn of Fire 3 wolf time with the thoughts of, oh crap, it's happening. And at the end it was only, now it's beginning. And we have the same here with, okay, we have to do the pylon network, we have to fight the Cicatrix Maledictum, and at the end it's like, okay, we're doing this now. So we have the beginning of, okay, should we do this? How are we going to do this? Many discussions here and there. So much background for everything concerning Cawl, Bile, Alpha Primus, Quo, the Necrons, and there's so much. Multiple storylines coming in together, diverging again. And yes, so many things. And as I've said, at the end, it's just like, okay, we're gonna do this now. And this is, again, the Black Library curse, when I'm just sitting here and I was already on Taschengeld Deep, Kutami, and Fantasy Welt here in Germany. I was like, do they still have the Christmas box set of AdMag? Because there is a Cawl inside. And no, I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't. I won't. I won't. No, I don't. But yeah, in the end, for me, this is almost a 10 out of 10 hymns to the Omnissiah. There is probably a little bit here and there that could be improved. Right now, I'm just so hyped, and I don't want to tarnish my rating because of this. So I'm giving this a cautious 9 out of 10 hymns to narcissisms of Belisarius Cawl. There might be something, I don't know. But okay, now we're gonna go into spoilery things. There's just one spoiler I really want to talk about. If you don't want to hear it, thank you so much for sticking with me. Please leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. I'm keen to know what you have to say. And while you're down there, please remember to do all the YouTube stuff, because hitting buttons is not only fun. Why? Because that way we can talk. We can build a bigger community and talk more about Warhammer almost every day. Still hyped. Yeah, I want to talk spoiler, but after this, have a great day, my friend. Stay fantastic. Stay hydrated. I still haven't drunk anything. And I will see you in the next video. Bye. Spoiler time. I'm sorry. Alpha Primus. Belisarius Cawl gets his hands on Alpha Primus's progenoid glands, his gene seed, on both of them. He lets Alpha Primus live. And Belisarius Cawl admits he loves Alpha Primus as a son, because he really thinks of himself as the father. He just wants him to live, because Primus is his son. Basically, not the real son. There might be. We don't know. But what we do know is that Fabius Bile said, oh, I was disappointed in your Primaris Marines. I could have done this earlier. But this is beautiful. This is artistry. This is something else. And while he looks through the genes, he sees, of course, a lot of stuff there. Like with the traitor Primarchs, but it's not a secret. But this is just a confirmation. Magnus, the Cyclops, is in there. This is so much theory crafting. my theory right now, just want to talk about this and then I'm gonna end this. Did Cawl do this because he knew that the Emperor wanted Magnus to sit on the Golden Throne, to sit Alpha Primus on the Golden Throne? Because he's far more powerful than we know. Than he knows. There might be. Or I misheard something. I don't know. As I've said, I'm still hyped. I'm still way into this. But yeah, thank you so much. We see each other again. Bye!